their melody, their power is just spectacular.
It's just brilliant. Just like when you hear them, you can just go crazy.
They have great guitar solos, and they seem like nice enough guys when you see them live and on DVD.
They have a very unique style, I think. I mean, they in my opinion, they're the ones who started the power metal genre.
The energy that the music transmits to me, the way how I feel about it.
Hello out there, this is Marcos with my friend Michael.
Yeah.
Helloween.
Yes. We went out with tube amps, and then usually when you came to a venue there would only be like 210 volts, which meant that like the amps were not sounding good, and then you tried to play with your guitars and whatever, and you didn't have that experience with like tuning up the guitars and whatever. It was pretty wild and pretty rural.
When you're young, very young, and have a lot of success, and you suddenly tour around and round, and the tour would never stop, everything goes faster and faster. I mean, nowadays it's all a bit cooled down from the speed. From my personal speed, I do things, you know, but back in the old days, everything was really fast, and boom,
we had that instant hysteria going on when Michael Kiske joined the band, and then obviously, well, people liked his voice, they liked the stuff we did, and yeah, suddenly all that, I don't know, vertigo of events would take place, and then you were sucked into it, and you didn't really have much time to think about it, but just go with the flow.
There was definitely something going on, something was happening. To me it was like you could feel it in the air, all the bands coming up, and you know, we were starting off playing in a band, and you could suddenly smell there is something. You have to follow, you know, and we just went for it, trying really hard to be a part of it and try to be a bigger part of it, and you see possibilities, you just need to catch them, and then you go and try to do your best. That was kind of, that was in the air, you know, you just had to follow your ideas, and it was just possible, it was there at this time.
Contrary to just do what you like, kill your mother, rape anything you want, and do pillage on each and every one you want, that's not what we want to preach. We want to preach the opposite of it.
There's a lot of stuff we write is about freedom and think for yourself and all that kind of stuff. Eagle Fly Free, Cry for Freedom, and all those tracks.
We've always been on some kind of quest, you know, that doesn't go along with negative parameters. On the contrary, as I said, we were always like trying to bring across the human Christian way of thinking, but whatever positive. It doesn't mean if it's Buddha or Jesus or whatever, Islam or anything, just like the positive thinking, the human thinking behind it.
Yeah, you can hear that in the melodies and then like in the harmonies being used with Helloween all the time, you know. Can be a very, very heavy track, but still using all those harmonies and melodies and choirs in the background and stuff like this. It's just, we just like to work like this, you know. Sometimes people expect something from Helloween to categorize it and to know what's going on, but then we do it exactly the opposite side of it, you know. But then if you look through the back catalog from Helloween albums, you wouldn't find an album that's really, really similar to another one. And even on one CD, there's a lot of tracks sounding very different. You know, we have a wide range of what we like to compose.
We've been huge Wishbone Ash, UFO, Scorpions, Thin Lizzy fans, right? And you know, what these bands, these mentioned bands have in common is like they have twin vocal guitar lines, and that's what we wanted to do merely as well. Like even Boston, they had like twin vocal guitars.
Yeah, but
was a sign of the times, and that's what we wanted to do. And then you get out and you want to do some structures, musical structures. When I heard The Number of the Beast, I thought that was like the ultimate of what we basically wanted to do. And then, you know, you gotta find a way to do it different. We started out as a 4-piece as Helloween, merely because there wasn't really a great singer around by then yet, but we had that record contract, and so we wanted to do that stuff we had to do. And yeah, we were eager to set ourselves apart from Iron Maiden. So if there's those comparisons, well, what can you do? It surely wasn't intended. It's just like if you have 2 guitars and an outfit like that, it most likely would be similar to anything with 2 guitars, 10 vocal, which is Iron Maiden.
Well, there's always something unexpected. If you talk about a career that lasts for so long, you know, it's not always like going and going and having success and going and do another record, have more success. It's like there's always something unexpected, and you always have to react, and you always have to make like sometimes cruel decisions where people's career are depending on. You know, you're also doing business and you decide things thinking. You have to learn to think that way. It's not only rock and roll and get the drinks on the table, you know.
To tell you one thing, this is the truth, and no mollycoddling or whatever. For us, it's always been special being out here in the UK. Because you don't just go there as a German band and do something here. And I mean, there's other bands and acts who tried to come here and failed, yeah, miserably, because like they don't speak the language properly, like I right now. I don't know what it is, or you know they are just too concerned about how to act on stage, like, you know, the German way. And then they come here and it just doesn't work out. And so for us, you know, it's an honor to be here and being treated like this and have, you know, the fanship that there is and everything. You know, we know how to appreciate this.
Yeah, I'm proud having survived Castle Donington in '86, you know.
Oh yeah.
Right after the Funny Bailey Brothers.
And then Guns N' Roses.